Hello, my name is Kristen Anker, your parent and teacher empowerment coach, and in this video, I'm going to talk all about routines. And something I learned early on in my positive discipline training was creating routine charts with our children. And this is something I will admit is difficult for me. I kind of push against routines. I'm very laid back. I like to go at my own pace, and my sister can attest to this. I'm always late for things. And I can learn new things, and I can I know, because I have a growth mindset, that I can learn how to do things. And one of those things is creating good routines. I've been working for the past year to create a morning routine for myself, and it's actually really consistent right now, and it's working really well. I've also learned through having 3 children, and right now they are all at different stages and ages, but how important routines are for our children. And if I were to go back 14 years and do it all over again, would I have been better with creating routines and being consistent? Hell yes. I definitely see this as a struggle in my, my pushback with my personality. And I also see this as a huge learning curve for me. And I've learned so much in the past few years of how important it is. So I have changed my ways, and I have become much more of a routine follower. And also I just see the importance of having a consistent routine, especially for our kids. So what I'm going to talk with you today is how I was trained from my amazing mentor, Barbara Kinney, to create a routine chart with our child. And this works really, really well for children ages 0 to 10 years old. So babies up to 10-year-olds. So you will see, though, in the beginning, of course, you're not going to do this with babies, but the consistency of a routine is so important for those babies. And then the buy-in of the routine is very important for that 10-year-old. So what you do first is you talk to your child, not necessarily in the moment of the we gotta have a morning routine, or we have to have a bedtime routine, or so maybe that's the first step, is decide one. Do you want it to be the nighttime routine, or do you want it to be the morning routine? And pick the one that is causing you the most struggles. And for me, I chose the nighttime routine first, because that was where we were struggling. And then we created a morning routine soon after, and I'll tell you about that too. But so you just talk to your child, you have a little mini meeting, and I would highly recommend doing this one-on-one with each individual child, because they're all going to have their own routine chart. It's theirs. That's where you get the buy-in. So you kind of sit with your child and kind of use my little chart here. You just, brainstorm a list. So you have a little piece of paper and you say, all right. And for this example, I might just say the morning routine, just because we just started school and that's where we're working on it right now. So you brainstorm the list, all right, what are all the things we need to do before we leave for school? Or what are all the things you need to do before you go catch the bus on time? What are all the things we need to do so that we're ready to go on our outing today? So you brainstorm all the things you need to do, but you're asking the child to tell you. This is the first step. Even just doing this one step is going to be so beneficial for them and for you. So they brainstorm. They tell you, oh, I need to eat breakfast. Okay, eat breakfast. I need to brush my teeth. Okay, brush my teeth. I need to get dressed. Need to do this. All the things you need to do. You can add some things too. If you see that they're missing something, like, oh, wait a minute, don't we need to brush our hair too? Oh, right, let's write that down. You need to brush your hair. So you brainstorm the list. And then you ask the child, because this is their routine chart. This is not your routine chart. There's no stickers. There's no, graphs or anything. This is just a routine. This is the rhythm. This is what we do. This is what we do before we leave in the morning. And you ask them, what would be a good order to put this in? So then you have your brainstormed list and they tell you, well, maybe I should do this first. And then I should do that. And then I should do this and this. So sequential, you put it in chronological order, what they're gonna do, first, second, third. And then the fun thing is, and this is why you don't do it during the time of getting ready to go, and I would highly recommend doing this on a weekend, doing this when you have some fun time. You're gonna take pictures of the child doing all the things. So they're gonna brush their teeth and you're gonna take a picture of them brushing their teeth. They're gonna put their pajamas on or put their clothes on. You're gonna take a picture of that. You're gonna take a picture of them doing all the things. And maybe it's even a picture at the end. If I'm thinking about the morning routine, you have the backpack open, you take a picture of all the stuff in the backpack, their lunchbox and their water bottle and all the things you need. Or maybe that's even separate in another area, but you take a picture of them doing all the things. And then you make this chart. And what I envision is a vertical piece of paper, and I'm even looking behind me, I have this, china cabinet. So if you look, you see the 4 panes of glass, and actually those are about the size of a picture. It's definitely a little larger, but vertically you have, 5 or 6 pictures going down in a row, because this is for the child. They're gonna see first, second, third, fourth, this is what I do. So you have it going vertically. You could possibly write the words after it. I did that because I'm, me being the Montessori teacher, I loved that too. I had their pictures and then I wrote the words, eat breakfast, brush teeth, very small words, not long sentences, brush hair, all the things. And then you ask them, where should we put this routine chart? Where's it gonna be best for you? This is yours. It's really giving them this ownership. This is yours. Where would it work best for you? So maybe it's in their bedroom, maybe it's by the bathroom, maybe it's downstairs, wherever. They decide. And then, like I said before, there's no stickers, there's no prizes, there's no nothing. This is a routine chart for them to become more capable, to feel like I can do this, to become independent, to have a visual. So this is actually really, really great for kids with special needs as well. So I say kind of birth to age 10, but any child with special needs would really benefit from this picture chart. And then I've also done, many family meetings with families with teenagers, and they need a routine chart too, but you don't have to take pictures of them. They can create their own. So you still do the brainstorming with them. You're still asking them what they need to do. Like I said, just that process alone is huge. And then maybe they write it. Maybe they type it on the computer. That's what actually both of my kids did last year, my 2 little ones. They wanted to type it on the computer. So just doing that process was incredible. And it looked really nice too. I was happy with how it turned out. I'm like, oh, this is nice. And then there comes a day and it doesn't work. So this is where I just had a meeting with a client of mine, and we talked about this. We said, okay, we had a routine chart. Let's revisit it. Have another little meeting. Hey guys, what's working with this routine chart? What's not working? And one of the things that my oldest daughter does is she actually does everything before she comes downstairs, which is pretty genius. And she is very on time, and she keeps her father and I on time too. So she knows her routine. She's got it down. and she brushes her teeth before she eats breakfast. She gets dressed, she does her hair. Everything is happening before she comes down, and then all she has to do is eat breakfast and get her bag ready. So that really works for her. You might want to, you know, after 6 months, whatever, you might have to tweak it. But that's basically the process. The other thing I forgot to say was, during that time of like when you're creating the routine chart, a really fun thing to do is practicing the routine when it doesn't have to be done. So you're practicing the morning routine on a Saturday at night when it doesn't have to be done. Or you're practicing the bedtime routine first thing in the morning when it doesn't need to be done. So they're practicing. They're looking at their routine. What's next on your routine chart? And that's the whole thing. It's the what or the how question. You're asking curiosity questions, asking them to get involved and for them to problem solve and for them to have ownership of their routine. And I'm sure you will see how beneficial this is for you. And as I stated in the beginning, like, this is a challenge for me. I've never been a routine follower. And now I am. And I see how beneficial it is for me now. And it probably would have helped me to be on time for high school back in the day. All right. Bye for now. I hope that helps anybody out there. And if you need more support, you can go to KristenAnchor.com. I have an awesome workshop there on how to become an empowered parent in 1 hour, and some mindset shifts on how to have more energy and how to really create this growth mindset. So wish you all well and happy back to school.